So this is momentous that Israel has eliminated chief terrorist Hassan Nasrallah. Okay, this is a huge moment. Hezbollah have been threatening Israel for decades, the world's security, but particularly Israel, as well as Americans. And many people are commenting. There are terror supporters and anti-Israel people who are desperately disappointed, desperately sad. Meanwhile, many people in the Arab world are celebrating Netanyahu, celebrating Israel's achievement. It's bizarre. You have people in the Western intelligentsia and academia and media commentariat and politicians urging de-escalation and saying Israel's being, aggressive over this, which is just ridiculous. Israel's just annihilating terrorist threats that have a death cult that wish to annihilate the Jews. It is not about occupation. It is jihadist, violent extremism. But you've got people in the Arab world and actually people throughout the world who have their heads screwed on straight, who can see what a momentous moment this is. One of those in particular is Jared Kushner. Now, don't forget, he was the lead negotiator in getting the Abraham Accords realized under the previous American administration, where Israel created unprecedented peace deals with several Arab countries. This is what Kushner said about the elimination of Nasrallah. Powerful words. I want to read them to you. September 27th, 2024, is the most important day in the Middle East since the Abraham Accords breakthrough. I've spent countless hours studying Hezbollah, and there is not an expert on earth who thought that what Israel has done to decapitate and degrade them was possible. And that's true, by the way. I've seen lots of experts saying it's going to be a bloody war and a messy war, and we're still not out of the woods. It still is going to be difficult, but Israel has done so much to degrade Hezbollah's capabilities, getting rid of so many of the senior command, that pager and walkie-talkie directed attack that injured many Hezbollah terror operatives, and now they're going after many of the munitions that Hezbollah stores. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable how they've done that. Kushner continues, I've spent countless hours studying Hezbollah, and there is not a single expert on earth who thought it was possible for Israel to decapitate and degrade them. This is significant because Iran is now fully exposed. The reason why their nuclear facilities have not been destroyed, despite weak air defense systems, is because Hezbollah has been a loaded gun pointed at Israel. Iran spent the last 40 years building this capability as its deterrent. President Trump would often say, Iran has never won a war but never lost a negotiation. The Islamic Republic's regime is much tougher when risking Hamas, Hezbollah, Syrian and Houthi lives than when risking their own. Their foolish efforts to assassinate President Trump and hack his campaign reek of desperation and are hardening a large coalition against them. Iranian leadership is stuck in the old Middle East, while their neighbours in the GCC are sprinting towards the future by investing in their populations and infrastructure. They are becoming dynamic magnets for talent and investment, while Iran falls further behind. As the Iranian proxies and threats dissipate, regional security and prosperity will rise for Christians, Muslims and Jews alike. Israel now finds itself with the threat from Gaza mostly neutralised and the opportunity to neutralise Hezbollah in the north. It's unfortunate how we got here, but maybe there can be a silver lining in the end. Anyone who has been calling for a ceasefire in the north is wrong. There is no going back for Israel. They cannot afford now to not finish the job and completely dismantle the arsenal that has been aimed at them. They will never get another chance. After the brilliant rapid-fire tactical successes of the pagers, radios, and targeting of leadership, Hezbollah's massive weapon cache is unguarded and unmanned. Most of Hezbollah fighters are hiding in their tunnels. Anyone still around was not important enough to carry a pager or be invited to a leadership meeting. Iran is reeling as well, insecure and unsure how deeply its own intelligence has been penetrated. Failing to take full advantage of this opportunity to neutralise the threat is irresponsible. I've been hearing some amazing stories about how Israel has been collecting intelligence over the past 10 months with some brilliant technology and crowdsourcing initiatives. But today, with the confirmed killing of Nasrallah and at least 16 top commanders eliminated in just 9 days, it was the first day I started thinking about a Middle East without Iran's fully loaded arsenal aimed at Israel. So many more positive outcomes are possible. This is a moment to stand behind the peace-seeking nation of Israel and a large portion of the Lebanese who have been plagued by Hezbollah and who want to return to the times when their country was thriving, and Beirut, a cosmopolitan city. The main issue between Lebanon and Israel is Iran. Otherwise, there is a lot of benefit for the people of both countries from working together. The right move for America would be to tell Israel to finish the job. It's long overdue, and it's not only Israel's fight. More than 40 years ago, Hezbollah killed 241 US military personnel, including 220 Marines. That remains the single deadliest day for the US Marine Corps since the Battle of Iwo Jima. Later that same day, Hezbollah killed 58 French paratroopers. And now, over the past 6 weeks or so, Israel has eliminated as many terrorists on the US list of wanted terrorists as the US has done in the last 20 years, including Ibrahim Akil, the leader of Hezbollah's Islamic Jihad organization, who masterminded the 1983 killing of those Marines. The philosopher Bernard Henri Levy wrote on X, "I keep reading everywhere that Lebanon is on the brink of collapse. No, it is on the brink of relief and deliverance. Moments like these come once in a generation, if they even come at all. The Middle East is too often a solid where little changes. Today it is a liquid, and the ability to reshape is unlimited. Do not squander this moment. Let's all pray for success, for peace, and for the good judgment of our leaders." And I have to go back to that first thing he said, which is that he's spent countless hours studying Hezbollah, and there is not an expert on earth who thought what Israel has done to decapitate and degrade them was possible. And therefore, I have to say to you, we have to be grateful, not complacent, and as well as showing so much gratitude to Israel's leadership, we also have to express gratitude to God and say to him how grateful we are that his hand is on Israel. If every single expert told you that this was not possible, and Israel has clearly done something they thought would be impossible. Now, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know what is left in store for the conflict against what remains of Hezbollah. But let's appreciate, we have to, that what we are seeing is miracles. As I said in a previous video, the Purim story encourages us to see that the story, God has never mentioned that story, but through many coincidences and through us trying to do the impossible to overturn a decree of wiping out all the Jews created by a Persian dictator, Haman, 2,000 years ago, we did the impossible through the hand of God. Through our efforts as well, combined, partnering with him, we overturned the evil decree. And the point is that we have to acknowledge God's hand in this as well, because without doing so would be to lack gratitude and also to miss the point. The point is that God protects and keeps his eye on the Jewish people, not just now, but throughout all of history, because of their eternal, essential destiny to bring his moral voice to the entire world. Now, if you've made it to the end of this video, if you may have seen me say on a few videos now that JTV has been growing at quite a fast rate. We've been having great impact. I've been hearing from people, they've been seeing it all over the place, and we're spreading the truth. Our viewers are not just Jews, many are non-Jews, many are people who don't know much about Israel, maybe even are or were hostile to Israel. But we're changing views, we're demystifying Jews, Judaism and Israel. But I need your help. I want to scale JTV at a much faster pace. I want to get more presenters, videographers. Let's start having more shows, more documentary content, animated content, etc., etc. But to do that, we're going to need to build a team and fund that. So what I want to do is have one fundraising day. And if you'd be interested in reaching out to your contacts on that day and asking them to chip in, that would be amazing. But in order to do that, I would ask you to, I'm asking people to give me their contact details and I'll reach out to them so we can coordinate it. If you'd be open to helping me with me and partnering with me in scaling JTV so we can compete with the Netflixes and the Vox and Vice Newses and BBC Newses out there, please click on the Google form in the video description of this video and I'll reach out to you in due course where we can talk about the next steps. It will be a very small commitment, but it will have a massive, massive impact. Thanks so much.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.